In Parashat Korach, we have the story, of course, of Korach v'Adato, some of the most highly standing individuals. Korach was a Navi, was a Chacham, was the richest man alive. He was a very influential person. Datan v'Aviram, of course we know of them. And 250 of the greatest scholars of Klal Yisrael, drawn after them, all standing against Moshe Rabbeinu. What's exactly the story? The understanding of this is this in Bar Sinai, right when the avodah was taken away from the firstborns and given to the Levi'im. At some point was supposed to be every firstborn of every family serving in Bet HaMikdash, and that was taken away from the Bechorim and given after the Chet HaEgel, and given to the Levi'im, who Shevet Levi did not participate in the issue of Egel HaZahav, and therefore it was given to them to be exclusive service of Beit HaMikdash. Now, this is very interesting because if you pay attention, the argument that he had was because he himself, Korach, was a Bechor. Korach was a Bechor, and the Avodah was taken from him and given to Kohanim. Now he just remained a regular Levi, even though that he still was very much involved with the Avodah of the Mishkan, but there was this little element that he felt it was taken away from him, and then he argued that Moshe Rabbeinu is taking everything for himself. He is intruding in the governing of Klal Yisrael based on his own benefit. He's taken the kingship for himself. The Kohen Gadol is his brother, and even his immediate family are doing the more important jobs of the Mishkan, and hence, Madua titnaseu al Ka'al Hashem. Why is this important? Because you could have a person like Korach, who is one of the highest standings of Klal Yisrael, and following him 250 of the highest levels of scholars, all of them drawn after falsehood because there is a level of bias. Reuben, perhaps they had the same. These are people from Reuben, these amazing individuals, and yet they felt that Moshe Rabbeinu took away the Bechorah from Reuben. Reuben is the first of the Shvatim, and gave it to Yosef, gave it to the Levi'im, and even though that Yaakov released, the Yaakov Avinu is the one that took the Bechorah from Reuben. Pachas kamayim al totar, says Yaakov Avinu. You will not have the additional levels of a Bechor that takes Pishanayim, will be the one doing the service. Yaakov Avinu took this away from Reuben because of what he did. And yet, the Shevet Reuben had this thing against Moshe Rabbeinu. A little bias. That's all it takes. When a person has a little bias, and his entire view of the world could be skewed because of that personal bias. How important it is, people who were close to Moshe Rabbeinu, Chazal tell us, became tremendous, tremendous scholars, because Tov leTzadik, Tov leShcheno. It's good for Tzadik, it's good for his neighbor. Holech et Chachamim yechkam. When you're next to Chachamim, you yourself become Chachamim. And the Shevet Reuben, who was next to Korach v'Adato, they were their neighbors. Oy l'Rasha, oy l'Shcheno. Woe is to the Rasha, woe is to his, because they affected even their neighbors to have that skewed vision and lenses of negativity based on the negativity imbued by Korach v'Adato. So that's something so important to surround oneself with people who are positive, with people who are tzaddikim, and to have that connection with a Rav, with a Selech Rav. That's something that Korach, even Korach, who was the greatest man, who was the most influential of people, still he was not safe from this negative influence of negativity in his life. Something very powerful and beautiful for us to behold.